Hello again, my guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Today, we are going to talk about She-Ra, obviously, because I watched it earlier this month, and now I'm kind of trash for it. Oof! So I have a list of ish we need to talk, because I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the She-Ra fandom that must be discussed. So, here we go. First off, Cachadora. Everyone loves Cachadora, apparently. It's just, they're meant to be together, apparently. My thoughts on Cachadora, well, I don't see it yet. When I was watching the show, going into the show, I knew pretty much everything about the fandom. For sure, I knew about Cachadora, being shipped. But when I was watching the show, I never really saw them as, a couple. I saw them as best friends, because that's how they were. And then later on, as the season progressed, I kind of felt like their relationship was getting Cachadora is a very complicated relationship, platonically and romantically. Doesn't matter which way you should see it. And I think that's because one of the main parts why Adora and Catra are kind of enemies now, and have always kind of been like that, I don't know, is because Adora was always the favorite in the Horde. Everyone loved her, she was the best, she was the favorite, and Catra was just kind of like her sidekick. No one really cared about Catra, she was just kind of bullied sometimes, and it made Catra really insecure. So when Adora left, that must have hurt her a lot. It did, obviously, you guys probably know, and it just made Catra want to destroy the rebellion even more. But what doesn't make sense to me is that Catra knew the Horde was evil the whole time. She was fully aware of what they were doing, who they were harming. She knows. She knows. And for some reason, she still wanted to stay, even when she had the opportunity to go with Adora to the rebellion and just have a better life. That kind of confuses me. But I'm pretty sure Catra stayed because she wanted to prove her worth to Shadow Weaver and the rest of the Horde, of course. Yeah. That's probably why she was, so determined to defeat the rebellion and become the Force Captain and all that fun jazz. I feel like Catra is gonna get some good character development, and obviously Adora's gonna be involved. I'm pretty sure they're gonna go from friends to enemies to friends again trope. Yeah. I highly doubt it'll go from friends to enemies to friends again to lovers, because I don't see it. So, and while I'm on the topic of shipping, I might as well talk about shipping. I don't really see that many ships. Actually, no, that's a lie. I see a lot of ships, and they're mostly lesbians. When I was watching the show, I didn't really see any ships. I mainly saw the relationships as platonic, but there was a few ships that I did see as just a little bit homo, if you know what I'm saying. And the ships were Glimmer and Adora, and Perfuma and Entrapta. I'm not really going to talk about Glimmer and Adora that much, because I don't really have that much to say, even though it's a good kush right there. But Perfuma and Entrapta is, I didn't really see it until that episode when they were saving Glimmer and Bow, where Perfuma and Entrapta were having these interactions, and Perfuma was really worried and scared and depressed when Entrapta died. I saw it. You could tell that Perfuma really cared about Entrapta, even though they only knew each other for a week. Speaking of Entrapta, I really want to see the princess's reactions when they find out that she's alive, and not only that, but she's also with the Horde, and she's not really joining the Horde because they're evil. She's not turning evil. She's just joining the Horde so that way it can benefit her, experiments and all that stuff. The point I'm trying to make is that Entrapta doesn't really... she cares about the war and the rebellion and the Horde and all that stuff. Everyone does, because, But I feel as a person, Entrapta's more focused on, her goals, her experiments, her inventions, anything that could, help her succeed with those. And I feel joining the Horde would be good for her, not in a way where the rebellion gets destroyed and all that, but just for her. And I feel Catra is using that to take advantage of her. Maybe Catra's using Entrapta as a temporary replacement for Adora. Well, not temporary, because she doesn't want Adora to come back. And Yeah, I don't know how Adora and Catra's relationship is gonna go on from season 1, but I do know for a fact that some ish is about to go down. Not yet, because we're barely on season 1 or 2, but soon. Soon. Moving on from the shipping and the characters and all that, I really want more information about the previous Princess Alliance, because based on what I remember from the show, all I remember is that the princesses came together, something bad happened, and like they just kind of split up and decided to take care of their own kingdoms, I guess. Like they didn't want to work together anymore for some reason. And then I also remember that apparently Queen Angela, or Angela, however you freaking say it, got Glimmer's dad killed, which I really want to know more about, because they mention it, but they don't make it a big topic. Like, I don't understand. Like, I know they were probably using it for, like, character development for, like, Glimmer and her relationship with her mom, but it just feels kind of, like, I kind of need to know more information. You can't just mention it and then not bring it up ever again. So I feel like that should be, like, there could be some flashbacks to the Princess Alliance, because there were no flashbacks, there was just moments. But I'm hoping in season 2 they'll give us flashbacks to, like, how it happened, why Glimmer's father died. Yeah, because they did that in The Dragon Prince, and it was so well done, and, oh, lesbians. But we're not talking about Dragon Prince, that's for another video. But yeah, like I was saying, I want to find out why exactly the rebellion split up, how Glimmer's father died, and why Spinnerella and Natasha were the only ones that actually stayed and wanted to stay. Because God knows for how long the rebellion was apart, and God knows how long these two freaking queens, or princesses technically, waited for like the alliance to come back together. I just want to know more about the freaking previous one, because we need history. We need that backup info, sister. Just everything will make sense if you unveil the backstory. That's how it works in the show. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this lighting is freaking trash. I opened the window and it didn't freaking work, so if this doesn't... Okay, this is better. Okay, now that I already finished discussing the previous Princess Alliance, I want to talk about the current Princess Alliance. So, I already talked a little bit about Adora and, I was gonna say Catra. Catra's not even a fucking princess. I already talked about Entrapta, Adora, a little bit of Glimmer. We'll get back to her later. And right now I want to talk about the supporting princess characters. So like Perfuma, Mermista, Frosta, Scorpia. Yes, I'm counting Scorpia, because fuck you! First, Perfuma is a bean. I love her so freaking much. She is just... Uwu. Big uwu energy right there. You know, it's ironic too, because the main reason why I actually wanted to get into the show is because I found out that the voice actress for Perfuma also voices Honey Lemon in Big Hero 6, which, if you guys didn't know, is my favorite movie, my favorite show. Yes, it's a show. It's just my favorite everything. Like, I am obsessed with Big Hero 6. So when I was watching the show, I was I'm talking about She-Ra, not Big Hero 6. But when I was watching She-Ra and Perfuma first came on screen, I was like, this girl is literally Honey Lemon. Not just because of the voice, it's her personality too. She's like bright and bubbly, and she's like, like literally, it's the same freaking person. It's like Voltron all over again. Like She-Ra is basically Tadashi, but for She-Ra, Perfuma is basically Honey Lemon. Like, boy. Wait, would that make Callum Hero? Because like they're both 14, they like have brothers, they're like doing stuff that 14-year-olds should not be doing. I should know, I'm 14 and life kind of sucks for me. Next princess, Mermista. I'm an idiot because at first I thought it was pronounced Mermista, but no, it's Mermista, so. I actually really like Mermista. She's in mood. She's tired all the time, she's done, she's over it, she's just like, ugh, whatever, just let us fight the horde or whatever. And honestly, we stan. Big mood. We stan a water queen. And another thing that makes her character so great is her interactions with Seahawk. And no, I don't really ship Seahawk and Mermista at the moment, because to me, it basically looks like Allura and Lance season 1 and 2. Honestly. Like, come on. But, I mean, then again, Rant is my OTP, so maybe I might ship. What even is their ship name? Really funny to see Seahawk's attempts to like, what's it called? Not flirt, but like. What's the word? Impress. I'm such an idiot. He tries his best to impress Mermista, which I think is hilarious, especially since Mermista's personality is based on like how done she is with everything and everyone. I just think she's a great character. She's funny in a mood, which like honestly we all need that one character, and Mermista is that character. Bless her. Now to get on to the younger princess, Princess Frosta. She's very mature for an 11-year-old. Well, 11 3/4, 1/4. I don't remember what she said, but it was a something quarter. But yeah, I like how like neutral she is about the rebellion. I like how she still keeps the tradition of the ball and like everyone's like equal, no fights, no violence, no weapons. That's pretty good. Props to Frosta. I do want to know what happened to her parents and why she was ruling at such a young age. Like, oh my god, you are a literal child. But yeah, I'm really surprised with how she takes things. I'm pretty sure she's officially in the rebellion. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure she's still neutral. I don't remember. I have to rewatch the first episode. But yeah, I don't really have much to say because we've only seen her in like 2 episodes. But yeah, enough about these amazing, pretty, perfect princesses. Ooh woo. Let's get back to another ooh woo princess. Scorpia. Scorpia is she is literally the best. Like, I love her so much. And I'm sorry, this is just gonna be me rambling about Scorpia for like the next 5 minutes. I really like her character. I like how she's like a princess, but like she wasn't accepted by the rebellion because she was like weird and she made them like uncomfortable, which is so neat. I mean, Scorpia is so nice and she's so sweet and she's so supportive and positive and just so childish, and childish is good. Well, for me at least, because I love childish stuff, as you could probably freaking tell. I know that apparently her family like surrendered to the Horde, and that's why she's like in the Horde in the first place. But I want to know if she was ever like part of the rebellion or considered being part of the rebellion, and like her whole backstory about the Horde. Not just, oh, the Horde took over and my family surrendered and now I'm kind of stuck here. Like, we need more info. Just, I want all of the backstories, okay? The only backstory I have is the freaking other She-Ra, Catra, Dora, you know, and that's literally it. Like, where is the backstory, y'all? So, now that I've got all of the supporting princesses out of the way, I think now would be a good time to discuss the best friend squad. Well, mainly the duo, Glimmer and Bow, because I already kind of talked about Adora, but that was mostly about Catra, and I don't really know what to say about Adora because everything that I want to say has already been said and already out there, so it would be stupid for me to repeat my opinions, but on to Glimmer and Bow. So, Glimmer is my favorite character, personally, because I relate to her, like, self-esteem issues and, like, not being good enough for her, like, mom and all that stuff. We're not gonna get into that, because that's for another video. I really love Glimmer. I like how it's funny how she went from this girl that was like, oh, we can't trust her, even though she just freaking transformed into She-Ra, the legendary warrior who could save us all. We can't freaking trust her because she has a freaking Horde symbol on her back. And then, like, in the next 2 episodes, she's just like, oh, Adora, you're my best friend. We're gonna stop the Horde together. Ooh woo, heart emojis. Bitch. Okay, but that's not to hate on Glimmer, because, like, honestly, same though. And then there's Bow. Bow is the best thing to ever happen to freaking humanity. I mean, look at him. Look at him. He is beautiful. We stan. And I also love that he is all in for the crop tops, and I am here for it. Like, we stan feminine boys. Like, toxic masculinity who they have left the chat. I sound like a fucking white girl. I know a lot of people have been making theories about Bo, how he's like, how he's trans, because apparently in the last episode, when all the princesses were like glowing and like, you know, they formed, I was gonna say formed Voltron, but no, they like had this glowy thingy. If you look closely, you could see that Seahawk and Bo weren't glowing, because like they're not princesses, but Bo's like heart on his chest plate thingy was glowing, and everyone's like, oh, Bo's a princess at heart, Bo was probably a princess at one point. I mean, I don't know for sure, because honestly, he would have been glowing like entirely, which makes me wonder also, if there are princesses in the like alliance, was there like princes? Because I just want to know if there was like any male people associated with the alliance other than like the females. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a lady squad that can like take charge, we stand, but like at the same time, I want to see males too. Like, I'm not trying to offend anybody, I don't want people calling me sexist in the comments, I want to see an even ratio, because that is, it just does. Alright, enough of the alliance. Now, I want to talk about Shadow Weaver, because like she's like the main villain of season 1, at least. And well, technically Hordak was too, but we're not gonna talk about him because I don't really have much to say about him because like I didn't really care. I'm sorry, but that's the tea. I didn't really care for him or his scenes, unless they evolved like Catra and shit. Yeah, you know. Anyways, Shadow Weaver. Shadow Weaver is a bitch. She freaking mentally and emotionally abused Catra. I mean, you could argue that she was also doing it to Adora too, but I'm pretty sure it's more of like manipulation, cause like Adora kept having like flashbacks and like hallucinations of Shadow Weaver. I don't know how, but I really want to know why Shadow Weaver is so obsessed with Adora, and because she's like, oh, I rescued you when you were a baby. You're so perfect for Force Captain. Oh my god, you're the best. Catra, bring Adora back. Meet Adora. What is the deal with Adora? Like, I get it. She's great. She's perfect. She's beautiful. She's a bean. Like, we stand. But why are you so obsessed? Like, you're acting like freaking Mother Gothel from Tangled, and freaking Adora would be Rapunzel. Like, that is toxic. Cut that shit out. Move on. She's gone. Thank you, next bitch. Yeah, I find it kind of weird that like Shadow Weaver is the one that's like walking around doing the business, you know, doing like, you know, managing the thing, but it just doesn't make sense because Hordak's her boss. Why isn't Hordak the one that's walking around making sure everything's in check? Like, if anything, Shadow Weaver should just be like a staff member, but like I understand why she needs to be more involved with the plot and all that stuff. Shadow Weaver's just a bitch, honestly. I can't stand her. I also want to know what is the deal with her face, because I know we saw her like complete face without like the mask for like a few seconds, and it looked interesting. But I don't know why she's like that, why she has to wear the mask, and I want to know what effect it had on Adora and Catra, since they were like so young. They were like what, 7, 8, 10? They were young, and I want to see how that affected them, and like what was the point? What was the reason? Sorry. So yeah, that's my little take on Shadow Weaver. And another thing I wanted to talk about was all this hype around Kyle. I'm sorry, whenever I say his name, I can't help but think of Divine. It's like, what the fuck is up, Kyle? Okay. As I was saying, Kyle is basically the weak, more fucking nerdy, awkward, cringy version of Catra. Like, he gets picked on a lot. Nobody really likes him. Like, he's pretty much irrelevant. So, yeah, and he just kind of deals with it. That's why his little moment with Bo, like, kind of, like, made me actually feel for him, because he's like, I never actually had anyone just, like, support me in the Lord. And even though you're supposed to be my enemy, I still want to help you because you're like doing good and you're actually listening to me and hearing me out. Even though I literally freaking captured you, but I mean, I guess we're cool, bro. I mean, I could see some development because Bo Bo saw the good in Adora. Like he knew what she was like capable of. He was telling, he was like, Glimmer, I know she's part of the Horde, but like, let's give her a chance. I mean, she literally turned into She-Ra. We have to like do something about it. And I think it's kind of the same way for Kyle, because he was probably like, oh, it's okay, if you don't really want to do all this Horde stuff, you could join the rebellion. Well, he didn't say that, but like, I kind of feel like that's where the development for Kyle is like heading towards. And a lot of people are saying that Kyle is gonna be He-Man, which for me it sounds like bullshit. no offense, but hear me out. So He-Man was apparently She-Ra's twin brother, but in the new She-Ra, Adora and Kyle literally have no interaction. Like their only interaction was when at the very, very beginning of the show, when Kyle failed the simulator thingy, and everyone was like, what the hell, Kyle? And like, yeah, that was pretty much the only interaction Adora and Kyle had. So if they were like twins or something, obviously they would have been like more supportive, they would have been closer, they would have had like a stronger bond. But in the new She-Ra, they just kind of seemed like just two people going to the same academy. They live in the same place, I guess. Basically, Adora and Kyle's relationship is basically you when you're at school and you just see like a random person walking down the hall and you're like, oh, I go to school with you. Okay, bye. Yeah, that's literally it. There's like no connection, nothing in common. Yeah. So I think for Kyle to become He-Man, he first needs to have a bond with Bo. And I'm not sure about Adora. If like they want to throw in some plot twist that like, oh, they were twins, they were just separated at birth, I guess, which wouldn't make sense because Shadow Weaver found Adora when she was a little baby. I don't know about Kyle. Like I said, we need the backstory. We need like the info to know what's going on so we can make our theories and, you know, yeah. But as of right now, Kyle being He-Man is just a no for me. Sorry, y'all. This video is already about to be 30 minutes long. So, and I know my last two topics are like very controversial and like people talk about it a lot and that's all people really care about these days. So I'm gonna try to sum it all up. So, the LGBT rep, Spinnerella and Natasha. Okay, so Spinnerella and Natasha were the only princesses that actually stayed loyal to the Princess Alliance, even though everyone else was like, oh, screw this, we're going our own ways, deuces. Do people still say deuces? Anyways, so everyone's like screaming about how like Spinnerella and Natasha are like canon, they're dating. You can clearly tell that they're in a relationship. Like they're all cuddly and they're so happy together and they're like, it's cute, not gonna lie. But I don't really know why they're there. Like, other than the fact that they're LGBT rep. I mean, if you see, you can clearly tell that they don't really, I don't want to say they don't have a purpose, because like every character has a purpose, but they don't contribute as much to the plot as I would have liked them to. Like, they had a few moments, especially at the end of the season, where they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna be the only princesses to help you, since all the princesses basically just freaking abandoned you. But that was pretty much the only major moment we got, and I don't want their characters to be based on only the fact that they're LGBT. Like, it's good to have representation, but your sexuality shouldn't really define you as a person. Do you guys know where I'm getting at? Like, there is so much more to a character than that. You can make them contribute more to the plot, but you don't have to. I mean, yeah, you can occasionally throw in like the fact that they're gay and make it like explicit so people actually know, and like people actually look at them, they're like, oh wow, they're lesbians. We stand. But I feel like the LGBT rep shouldn't be the only reason you have them in. Otherwise, they're basically useless characters, and I really don't want Spinnerella and Natasha to be useless, because I feel like they have good potential. They could, like, drive the plot. They can be the ones that, like, support the Princess Alliance, since, like, they experienced the old one. Like, and like I said, we need to know more about the old alliance. So I feel like they have so much they need to do for the plot, but I hope we get more of them in season 2 and more gay, because I mean gay, am I right? And finally, ending it on the LGBT rep note. I have to talk about it. I know no one wants to hear it. Everyone already knows what I'm gonna say. They don't want to hear it. They're done. They don't care. But I have to talk about it anyways. It's the freaking elephant in the room. We can't just ignore this. So, apparently, Voltron sucks ass, and She-Ra is the best thing to ever happen to the known universe. I don't want to spread hate, because I've seen a lot of hate saying like, oh, She-Ra has this obvious lesbian couple, and then Voltron just has a gay wedding. A freaking gay wedding that you can clearly tell is homo, and they literally kissed. Yeah, I don't want people hating on Voltron and like glamorizing and just like praising She-Ra just because of their LGBT rep. Like, I feel like a show's worth shouldn't be based on that. Like, yeah, representation is important, but I mean, it's not the whole reason the show was made. The point is to entertain and like tell a story and teach lessons to like everyone, or your main audience, whatever. So anyways, when She-Ra was released, which was like a month before Voltron, well, season 8 of Voltron at least, everyone just automatically switched to She-Ra. They were like, bye Voltron, I'm going with this freaking muscular lesbian over there, bye. And I think a lot of people did it only because of the fact that people were posting about like Capture Dora and all that stuff. And I feel like people only went there just for the gay rep. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone liked the other stuff too, but I don't know. Cause for me, when She-Ra came out and everyone started posting about it, that's all I would ever freaking see on my feed. I also thought, wait, I thought you guys were obsessed with the Dragon Prince. But then I was thinking, when I actually watched the Dragon Prince, you can see my reaction video, self-sponsor. But yeah, when I was watching it, and season 2 as well, I was thinking, okay, what if the whole reason there isn't enough talk about Dragon Prince, like as much as She-Ra or Voltron, is because there isn't really a gay ship to like obsess over. Because Voltron and She-Ra have a main gay ship, and that would be Clance and Cachadora. You can include Sheath into the main gay ship, I guess, but a lot of people see their view as brothers, which I think is totally fine. Do whatever you want, man. It literally doesn't matter at this point, because no matter what you shipped, you're gonna get hate. So, I mean, I'm a Lawrence shipper, so I mean, gang. I feel like everyone just kind of shits on Voltron now, which is weird, and everyone's just praising She-Ra and all that. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, She-Ra's a good show. It is a great show. It's why I wanted to make this video in the first place. Other than the fact that I should be studying for finals, but I mean, I'm already failing as it is, so yeah. Anyways, a majority of the fans of She-Ra were former Voltron fans, or they're both. They watched Voltron, they've been in the fandom, they know what's good. Like the Voltron, She-Ra, and Dragon Prince fandom is literally just the same group of people, just watching 3 shows. I mean, I would include Carmen Sandiego, but like, no offense, but I really don't care about that show. It doesn't interest me. I'm probably not gonna watch it anytime soon. She-Ra fans slash former Voltron fans have grown such a strong hatred over Voltron that they think it's a good idea to use it as a curse word. Like, I always see these like tweets and posts on like Instagram about like how like people are talking about She-Ra and they're like, oh, it's not gonna be like Voltron, but like the O's in Voltron are like have that little star symbol. I don't really know what it's called, but yeah. And also another thing that really pissed me off. This was before I even started watching She-Ra. It was after season 8 got released. Everyone was making these posts about like how much Voltron sucked ass, and in the name they said like fuck Voltron, and yet they were making these tweets about like how their sweet baby boy deserved better. Like a majority of these tweets were about Lance, honestly. And also their profile picture was She-Ra. like, it was like a picture of like Catra, Catradora, Justadora, and that kind of, for me, as someone who like hasn't watched She-Ra at the time, I like, my first impression of the She-Ra fandom, like based on what I was seeing, was that like they're basically toxic, like ex-toxic Voltron fans who just moved on to She-Ra because gay. Oh, that's so horrible to go into a fandom and its first impression is basically just shitting on another fandom or another show in this case for a freaking dumb reason. I feel like as a fandom we should respect Voltron. I mean, yeah, you guys have the right to be upset, but I mean, harassing fans, freaking staff. I mean, you could criticize the staff, constructive criticism, but I honestly don't know at this point. I don't know what's true and what's not. But anyways, I guess that's all I really have to say for this video. I'm sorry it ended with such a rant. I just wanted to talk about She-Ra, now I'm just ranting about Voltron. But yeah, anyways, comment your thoughts about She-Ra, guys. Yeah, and I know, like, I hardly mentioned the Dragon Prince too, because I'm probably going to make an extra video about that and about Season 2, since I already made a reaction video about it. But I wanted to at least make a video about She-Ra, because that's, like, the next big thing now. But yeah, this video is already going to be 45 minutes long, so yeah. But anyways, that's all I really wanted to say about She-Ra and, like, its connection to Voltron, and okay. There, that's all I'm going to say. I'm done talking about Voltron. Yeah, that's all the thoughts I had about She-Ra. So if you guys have any more thoughts, opinions, comment down below. I don't know how to do this self-promo at the end. But yeah, if you guys want me to do more She-Ra videos, Voltron videos, Dragon Prince videos, let me know. So yeah. Also subscribe. I'm lonely. I'm trying to become one of those vloggers where they just talk about shows and theories and ships and gay. Like, I aspire to be that. Like, I'm just a small 14-year-old recording this on my phone. But yeah, anyways, let me know what you thought of She-Ra and if its connection to Voltron, if you want, because I know some people don't really want to talk about it. Okay, my phone ran out of storage, so I'm recording this on Instagram. But as I was saying, if you enjoyed my little rant about She-Ra and Voltron, subscribe to me, leave a like, share with your friends, please, I'm desperate for views, and